Well, we're making some power today. So we are at 65.8 volts, pretty much 66 volts, and this is the amps from the wind turbine going into my batteries through this PWM choice controller. And that wind turbine is just going everywhere. It's going crazy. It is not in a good spot, let's put it that way. So this thing could definitely make some serious power if it was at the right height without trees, but definitely not there. I'm trying to get, so right now it's making 200 watts. That's not a whole lot, I know, but I was seeing like 5, 6, 700 watts earlier, and it's only supposed to get windier today, so 1900 watts in solar. Yep. Got the 3000 watt inverter here because I broke my 8000 watt, and it was my fault. I was running the entire house off it, and it was running just perfectly. It was working great. Oh, we had some nice gusts here for a bit. Anyways, it was working great. I was pulling 6,200 watts. We were cooking upstairs, we're cooking downstairs, all electric cookers. So we had 2 toaster ovens going, we have an induction cooker going, we had a microwave going. Right there, those 3, 6,000 watts with everything else running in the house, like lights and stuff. And it was just ticking along nicely. The fans were on, working great. And then we turned on the washer machine. And the washer machine surges over 1,500 watts when it first starts, and I believe that's what put this over, because I was already running warm, so everything was warm. It was warm in here because we've had some nice warm days, so it's quite warm in here, and that put this up to right about at its limit, 8,000 watts, and it actually ran there for a while. Like, the washer machine was on for a bit, but it has all kinds of start and stop cycles. Start, stop, start, stop. And one of those cycles put it over, and that was it. So I'm not disappointed with the inverter at all. It did pretty much what they said. They said 7,000 watts continuous, 8,000 watts peak for a second. But well, I guess I was just running too much, because I was running right at that limit. So I got the stuff on the way to repair this inverter. They're sending me half the input MOSFETs, half the output MOSFETs to replace it. That seems to be the only thing wrong with this unit right now. And I might be buying another one of these actually as well. I'm very impressed with it. So if I get this working and I have 2, then I can use one for half my house, one for the other half of my house. I'll separate it upstairs and downstairs, and I should never have this problem again. And then, like, my inverting power will be ridiculous. So that'll be the inverting power for this power wall, and then I have this inverting power happening soon with the rest of these Chevy Volt batteries. And I got 6 more of these modules here, and then I got another 10 of these modules that's still in the original battery in my shed, because I found out when I got these, I only got half the battery pack. So it has like 20 modules total, and I only had 10 of them. So I went and I made sure I got the other pack. I got it at a big discount because I thought I had the whole pack to start with. So I got a lot. Between this and that, I got 35 kilowatts, I believe. So I'll have 35 kilowatts on the Magnesign inverter for 240 stuff, and I do want to get another one eventually so I can run a dryer. So I'm going to have 2 of these Reliable Electric 8000s for my 110 usage, and then 2 of these for my 240. See how that works eventually. That's going to be the goal for the system. And yeah, everything's going good. I've been cleaning up. I cleaned up a spot in here, a cage for little dogs. Cleaned up my garage. As you can see, a lot nicer than it used to be. Oh boy, it's getting windy out here, guys. The wind turbine is searching like crazy. It's not good. Just spinning back and forth. I've actually watched it do one full rotation. It's not good. But let's see if you guys can catch the trees. Like, it's windy. So, yeah. If that were another 20-30 feet higher, that would be actually making some power. It's still making power, but not that much. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but I've never seen my wind turbine go this hard. It's super windy. And that thing just doesn't know what to do. Oh my goodness, it's going crazy. I'm hoping the wind noise isn't too bad. Still got some solar panels in the sun. These solar panels are doing good. Those are mounted. These ones all seem to be holding out pretty good, so. Okay, so let's go see what kind of power I'm making, because it's just getting stupid windy here. I don't think I've ever, in the year that I've lived here, it's never been even close to this windy. And actually, that's the year since I owned the house. I've lived here for about 6 years, so prior to that. Hokey smokes, guys, look at that. 10 amps. Hokey smokes. We're making crap tons of power. 11 amps. Remember, this is all at 60. Oh boy. Hokey smokes. Looks like the winds have changed to a direction where my my wind turbine is starting to make a lot of power. Wow. I've never caught this on camera before. Not doing too bad. Hitting about 700 watts approximately. I'm just rounding around in my head. Hokey smokes. That is crazy. I gotta get it. I ordered some more meters. A meter for this thing, so I don't have to count on this clamp meter all the time. But wow, the thing's really pumping out some power. I can only imagine what it would be like if it was tall or up a lot higher. Wow. Anyways, this new inverter should be on the way very soon. A new inverter and the parts to repair it. Probably in the next week or so. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to repairing another inverter. I'm getting very accustomed to these, so it's not too bad. I have another subscriber, actually the same one last time, that sent me the broken reliable inverter. He's sending me another one. I can't remember what happened to the second one, but he's got 2 of them, and he wants 2 of them running. So he's got one working right now. But to prevent from destroying it, he wants 2, so he can split the load between the 2, which is understandable. So that's what we're doing. Wow, this is crazy. Pretty happy with this. At 66 volts, to get this many amps coming in, that's not too bad, man. As you can see, I'm getting like hundreds of watts continuous here. It is a retarded windstorm though, like this does not happen very often. Oh, there we go. Now it's a big gust. Oh, almost hit 14 amps there for a second. Let's go check the bridge rectifiers. See, I have them on here. Warm and warm. Good thing I have it on this giant aluminum plate. Wow, the whole thing is warm. Wow, good thing I put thermal paste, because I don't know, I don't think these would survive without it. Don't touch those. Ugh. That's awesome. Well, looks like we're finally, oh yeah, she's getting warmer, right? Sweet. Making some power. Looks like we're making same watts as solar coming in approximately. Too bad this thing doesn't have a kilowatt meter, but this would probably be my record day right here. anyways, you get the idea. Up and down with the voltage and power, and yeah. Well, this little 3000 watt's been doing the job quite nicely in the Big Brother's absence here, but still can't wait to get the 8000 watt back up again, just because I know this is rated for 3000 watts, but it can't do it for long before it overheats, and I don't want to chance it. I looked up these part numbers here, and when they're cold, they can surge. So if you start up the inverter and start a big load, it'll surge a huge amount, no problem, and it'll run the load. Once it's hot, these actually, the amps these can handle cut in half. So say cold, this thing is maybe 8000 to 10,000 watt inverter. Hot, this thing is not that much. It could be 6,000 or 7,000 watt inverter once it's hot. So it's pretty neat. Looking up these part numbers, you learn a lot. So I'm going to be modifying this thing like crazy once I get it back together. I actually might even add liquid cooling to one of these eventually, just to try it out. But anyways, that's future videos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you later. Hit the like button, helps a lot. Over an hour later, and we're still making tons of power. It's still at 66 volts. Solar's just floating it a bit, helping it along, but wind is just killing it today. Wow, I really want to get this wind turbine higher in the air now that I see that it's actually producing something. This is high winds. It's dirty winds. The thing's tracking like no other, but it is making power. 13 amps there for a bit. The controller's warm, but the bridge rectifiers are actually quite warm. Like, they're getting uncomfortably warm. Yeah, to hold it for a long time, it is uncomfortable. But the good thing is the whole heatsink is warm, so it is doing its job, and that's awesome. And there is air movement in this room. So, yeah, if I didn't have that heatsink on those bridge rectifiers, I'm pretty certain that they'd be fried right now. So, just a tip for those that are using bridge rectifiers: you probably need a heatsink of some sort. Producing plenty of power. Pretty happy with it right now. This is the most I've ever recorded and sustained as well. Like, we're staying above 5 amps for the most part. Wow. Not bad. This is probably one of the first days where I could actually, well, yeah, actually the charge controller is pretty warm. That's actually, it's getting uncomfortably warm. That's crazy, because it's not even that many amps. If it only goes up to like 13, 14 amps. Anyways, this charge controller for wind is amazing. I really like it. I do want to get the actual meter for this eventually, but it's stupid expensive. It's as much as this is the charge controller or more. So we'll see. I got to fine tune it. I don't think I have the voltage settings right. So right now I know I'm overproducing. I'm producing tons of power on the wind side. So I went and I turned a bunch of loads on in the house that are running about 500 to 600 watts continuous. And I'm not getting 500 to 600 watts continuous. So in theory, my battery voltage should be dropping a little bit faster than what my wind is producing. So, yeah, we'll see. I just do not want the turbine to free spin at any point, because it could have one. We're having 90 kilometer gusts today, so we could potentially destroy the wind turbine if it free spins. So don't want that to happen. So we got a bit of a load on the inverter, not much, only 500-600 watts, but yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I have been in contact with Reliable Electric, and they've treated me extremely well. I talked very nice to them, and I tell them exactly what happens, and if it's my fault, I pay for it. If it's their fault, they don't always give you 100% like of a free inverter, but they'll give you a good price on a new one. You got to remember, they pay for shipping, so when they pay for something to be shipped here, it's quite expensive. This is probably about 75 bucks US to ship from China. This one's quite a bit more. This one's like 100, 150. So a company does not want to lose money, so they will do their best. They'll send it for free, but they won't ship it for free. So just keep that in mind. Everybody's just trying to make some money here, so yeah. But all in all, I really like these inverters. Just don't do what I did. Lots of people do what I do, but I pushed this to what it was rated for too long, overheated, burnt out. You'll do the same thing on the 3000 watt if you run it at 3000 watts. It'll run it, sure. So it is a 3000 watt inverter, but for how long, we don't really know. So I would say a 3000 watt inverter should be run at 2000 watts continuous, 3000 watt peak, and that would be my advice. Anyways, we'll be doing some mods on these to make these even more reliable. Thanks for watching, guys.